My name is Ruth Yanai. I'm from the State University of New York, College of Environmental Science and Forestry in Syracuse, New York. I started out as an ecosystem ecologist. So my goal for my PhD dissertation was to make a budget for phosphorus for the Hubbard Brook Experimental Forest in New Hampshire. And at that time, which was over 30 years ago, there were no errors reported in any ecosystem budgets, which I knew was wrong. It's not true that there's no error in the budgets. So, for example, there was 14.2 kilograms of nitrogen per hectare per year missing from the budget at Hubbard Brook, and they called it nitrogen fixation. So it took me many years, it took me 25 years before I attempted my first Monte Carlo to propagate the uncertainty in the biomass regressions through the calculations for Hubbard Brook. I'm pleased to report it's only about 5% error. But the soil, the change in soil stores is very uncertain. So the answer is, when you put all the sources of uncertainty together, there's 55 or 57 kilograms of nitrogen per hectare per year of uncertainty in the missing nitrogen budget. That's the uncertainty in the entire nitrogen budget balance, including the soils and the growth in the trees and everything. So it's possible to pose a question such that the answer has less uncertainty. And if we ask a question about the input-output budgets, what's coming in the rain, what's going out in the streams, those we measure with much greater confidence. And so we can say there's a missing sink now for nitrogen instead of a missing source, and that we can say with confidence. So, how to propagate the uncertainty in the allometric model. So we don't cut down the forest and weigh it. We cut down a small number of trees and develop a relationship between the diameter of the tree and the mass of the tree. And we cut down a number of trees, but we don't get a perfect regression. So there's uncertainty in what the relationship is, and we want to propagate that through to see how uncertain we are of our final estimates. And I'm concerned with the use of the confidence in the best fit of the regression and also the prediction of an individual tree. So the prediction of an individual tree matters a lot if we have a small number of trees. It might not matter for an entire country. But if you only consider the prediction of individual trees, you'll underestimate the overall error. If you only consider the confidence interval, you underestimate the error for a small number of trees. So that's my contribution. It's a small source of error in the context of all the other measurement errors and sampling errors, but we want to do it right.